up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome to issue 70 of Build the 1967 Mustang Eleanor from the film Gone in 60 Seconds from our wonderful friends over at Fanhome. Now, if you want to grab this for yourself, click this link all the way along here. That will take you to the Fanhome website where you can take out your very own subscription to Eleanor, wonderful 1/8 scale model. Also, there's a clickable version in the description below this video, just under there. Okay, right, let's dig out the instructions for part 70. We've got loads of bits today in a bag to do. We've got all the steering wheel, steering column components, etc. We're going to be putting in the instrument cluster, the rev counter, screwing that all in. We've got a little momentary switch going in, as well as the steering column shaft itself. We're also going to be doing the steering wheel, getting that all together, and then we'll be joining all the interior to the bottom chassis of your Eleanor. So we need this complete four-wheeled rolling chassis to hand, as well as the interior tub compartment, which is just on my left, just here. Okay, folks, so that's what we're going to be up to today. Also, at some point, I'll put a little video in the corner just up there, because I modified my steering wheel. If you notice here, it's a very light wood and it was rather plain, and I went ahead and I basically put a wood effect on it and darkened it down because it was just my personal preference, with a nice little bit of wood grain effect and all of that lot. So that little video up there will show you how I did that. Okay, so I'll be putting that in as well. So we'll just go back to the beginning. We'll open up our parts and get these all laid out on the bench. I will start some assembly, folks. Right, folks, let's get some assembly done. So we want number 70G, which is this. We then want 70D, which is your rev counter. And that is a simple press fit. It's like a crescent moon on the back there. That'll press fit in place, just like so. Then we want 70E, which is the glass. So we'll lay that over the top like so. And then you want 70F, which is this surround with this tube on it that goes through the glass, through the rev counter, and then presses into place on the front of that. Okay, so that's how that goes, and that is secured on the back with the PS12 screw, folks. Okay, so we want our screwdriver of screwedness. We'll put a smaller bit on that just to pick up that screw there, like so. Grab one of them, and that is going to go up through the back of this little instrument cluster and into the end there. Okay, so we'll just bring that in place just like so, and that then holds that all together. Okay, just like so. Let's move that bit out of the way. We then want to grab the end of this and bring it up into the steering column. Okay, there's a tab and a little hole, so we want this half of the steering column, and it's going up through there on the tab into there, and then that will be screwed in with the other PS12 screw, folks. Okay, very, very thin screws. I'm not putting oil on these purely because they are so tiny. I don't think they'll need it. So we'll just send that in there, and that will start biting into that clock unit, and then gently bring that into place. We then shall get our momentary switch out, bring that into play, line or splay out the wire like so, just to straighten it out. And then we want to put a slight bend on that in a moment. Okay, so it's going to go through there and it's going to go into this little square just there. Okay, somewhat like so. So we got that ready. We've then got our column and our sprocket. Now I've gone ahead and put the steering gear on, because what you're going to need to do with this, there's a semicircle cut into the silver part there, the sprocket, and this shaft has a similar semicircle shape on the end, but you'll need a hammer to whack that on, because it is a really tight fit. What I did on mine is I actually scraped the paint off as well before I hammered this home. Okay, so bear that in mind, folks. We then need to feed this up and through the steering column, something like so. Okay, and put a screw in just like that, folks. Now it's a bit of a fiddle, this, I don't mind saying myself, but once you get the wire in, you can just give it a little pull and it'll just pop that switch in place like so. So we've got two more of them to go in. Let's grab the screwdriver and put a little drop of oil on there like so. I'll put that in there like so. And that will pull them halves together, and then grab the other one and do the same just on that section there, and that will give us our speedo and column, and then obviously our wire poking out the side like so. And then it's asking us to grab the steering wheel, which we've put a nice dark finish on, and grab the centre boss as well that says Eleanor, I do believe. We want that with the Eleanor facing that way up. Okay, so let's pop that in situ. Can only go to one way, folks. So I just want to see where these pegs are going. One there and one in there, just like so. Okay, so that's what we want. That's our steering wheel ready. And then this is a push fit on the end of this column, folks. Okay, now it's doing it this way round, so we'll turn that so that the semicircle matches. So we want to go a full 180 like so, and make sure that we're putting it with the centre spoke facing up the way at 6 o'clock from the end of the speedo, and press that home, and that'll give us our steering wheel in situ like so. That's in place. So that's what we want, folks. And then we'll be lining this up when we put the interior in. Okay, so we'll put this to one side for the moment, which is just here, and we're going to be joining the floor section to the chassis now. Okay, so it's going to sit around there like so. So it wants the wires coming out of the sides there, so let's move them around, put them there for now. Do the same with the other one. Going to bring that up, tuck that in under there just for the moment. That is going to sit somewhere around here, so I just need to line everything up and get it in place, and that's going to be joined on with PS05s. So I've got one down in there, let that do its thing. We've then got another one over there, like so. So we'll grab that, put a bit of oil on, bring that in place, like so, and then we'll spin the chassis round, and we'll do the same the other side, folks. And let's let that go straight in now, like that. There you go. So that's that in. Looking rather splendid now, isn't she? Look at that. And then we now feed the steering wheel into the steering column, and we need to engage it in there. Here's what we need to do. So we'll grab our steering column and we'll start feeding her into where it looks like she's got to go. Somewhere around there. Bring the wire through as well. Not sure where it's saying to put that yet, so we'll figure that out in a while. And then that's going to go up through there somewhere, and that's going to engage down in there. That's the theory anyway. We'll then check the wheel alignment. Do you know something? That's one notch. It's about one tooth out. Do you know, we can, because that has got room for its adjustment. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Right. It's now telling us to grab a 70M, which is this little one, and the other PS14 screw, which is there. So we'll have that going in there, and then that goes through into the steering column. There you go. And then we can put the screw in then. Right, that should now will give us working steering. Look at that. So that was a bit of a struggle, folks, I'll freely admit that. And the reason being is the column needs to be really hammered close together for it to fit. But we got there. I had to do a little bit of adjustment on mine, but we got there and it's now fully functioning, so I'm happy with that. And I've got all my wires now accessible where they should be. So I'm happy with that as well. Not sure what happens with that wire, whether the board goes behind the dash here or whether it needs to feed through to where the engine is. But I'm going to keep them all reasonably close together up here for now. Okay. So that's what you're going to have when you've finished today. You're going to have your Eleanor Mustang rolling chassis, folks. Okay. So in the meantime, if you'd like to grab this for yourself, head over to this link all the way along there. Pop. That will take you to the Fanhome website where you can take out a subscription to this Eleanor partwork, folks. Also, to help me out, if you can click the little fester over in the bottom corner there and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and whilst you're there, ring the bell. I'll be eternally grateful. In the meantime, stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now. Bye.